Hello, and thank you for watching this regional forecast update for the Canadian Prairie. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Well, temperatures across the prairie right now actually pretty pleasant as we climb into the teens in a lot of areas here, a little bit cooler as you make your way off to the west, but southern portions of Alberta, southern Saskatchewan, a rather nice Wednesday here as the door begins to close on this little short-term run of warmer weather across the prairie provinces. As we check in with the satellite picture here early on Wednesday morning, kind of a mixed bag here, a mix of clouds and sunshine across the prairie provinces, more sunshine as you make your way off to the east, a little bit more in the way of cloud cover as you head off toward the west, and even a little bit of precipitation as you go off toward the west. Seeing some light snow showers possible in the Edmonton area, a little bit of very light mixed precipitation possible as you make your way further to the south, and then maybe some light rain showers as you get into the Calgary and Medicine Hat area. But precipitation over the next 24 hours is going to be very light, inconsequential really, with the heavier precipitation not arriving until we get into the weekend. So here's a look at the high-resolution NAM model as we head through the next couple of days. Again, we'll take it into Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening now. Again, chances for some light showers as you make your way back toward western Alberta. Could see some of that transition over to some very light snow through the Edmonton area and then generally north of Highway 16 as we head through the overnight hours. Thursday, going to be pretty quiet as far as precipitation goes. A lot of cloud cover across the prairie, but I would be surprised by any real measurable precipitation along and south of Highway 16. It's as we head into the Friday overnight. So let me take you all the way to Friday morning. Here's Friday midday. Friday afternoon, now Friday evening, still a lot of cloud cover across the prairie, but not much in the way of precipitation until we get to Friday night. Now taking it into Saturday morning, and then into the day Saturday, we'll start to see this main band setup where we're expecting some fairly significant snow accumulations as we head into the weekend. So what's driving that? Well, it's a jet stream pattern. We're trending back toward a very amplified pattern. Again, very wavy. That's what I mean by amplified. And we'll really focus on the map on the right. I'm showing you the 5-day 500 millibar height anomalies over the next 5 days on the left, but then the days 5 through 10 on the right. And again, this is what we're transitioning to, this highly amplified pattern ridging over the North Pacific, troughing across western Canada, the western United States, and then ridging again downstream across eastern Canada and the Northeast. This again a pattern that sends a lot of cold air south from the Arctic into the prairie and then downstream into the Rockies, but with the pattern that continues to be well, we see this low over high pattern here, screaming jet stream winds coming across the North Pacific, sending storm systems then kind of continuously over this ridge and then swinging down into the prairie. So we deal with the transition to a colder pattern this weekend. We deal with the heavy snow accumulation as we head through the weekend, but then we potentially deal with reinforcing shots of cold air and then reinforcing shots of the potential additional snow accumulation across the prairie. So really heading into a very winter-like pattern, one that's going to send a lot of cold air into the area, and then one that will also probably keep us on the active side as we head into next week. So here's a look at that with the 500 millibar jet stream winds. We can see the trough begin to dig in here as we head into the weekend. Here's where we really get cranking with the winter storm. We've got the trough now across the west. We've also got upper level divergence here across the prairie. What I mean by that is the upper level winds fanning out there, and that leads to upward vertical motion throughout the atmospheric column, and rising motion, that leads to cloud cover, precipitation. We're wringing the moisture out of the atmosphere. So this is a period of heavy snow across the prairie here, a very well-defined winter storm as we head into the weekend. But then we get on the other side of that, we keep the trough across the region. Now is when we set up the parade of storm systems coming over the ridge, swinging into the prairie. So here comes another trough. You look for these little areas of stronger winds, these little mid-level waves. So here's one coming in as we get into Tuesday. You got another big wave trailing behind that comes swinging in here as we get into Wednesday, and then little ripples within that still, to follow. So this could be a bumpy ride and a little taste of winter here as we head into the middle of November. So here's a look at the precipitation forecast from the European model. This will show us the relatively quiet next 48 hours. Let's get it reset here to Wednesday morning. We'll take it into Wednesday night, taking it now into Thursday morning. This is sunrise tomorrow morning. Again, tomorrow, Thursday, should be pretty cloudy along and south of Highway 16, but the precipitation north of Highway 16 here, that's where we could see some accumulating snow. We then head into Friday morning. Friday likely to be another pretty cloudy but dry day across the prairie. Setting the stage, though, for things to begin ramping up Friday night into Saturday morning. So this is sunrise on Saturday morning now. Snow likely beginning across southern Alberta, spreading into central and southern Saskatchewan by midday Saturday. This is then going to continue to organize and become more intense as we head into the day Saturday night, and then Sunday morning. This is Sunday morning, sunrise on Sunday morning from the European model. Again, we'll be able to talk about this and any changes again on Friday, but really ramping up then as we head into the day on Sunday. This is midday Sunday, now taking it into sunset on Sunday evening. Again, this would be heavy snow and likely very strong winds coming around on the backside of this. You see the tightly packed isobars there. That is strong northeasterly winds coming around on the backside of this storm system, so blowing snow where we get accumulating snow. This is looking like a full-fledged winter storm. We just have to sort out where exactly the heaviest snows are going to be and the strongest winds and the timing here, but really good... good confidence in this storm existing and it being on the intense side as we head through the weekend. So this is midnight now Sunday. Heading into Monday morning, we've got Manitoba. You're on the warm side of this storm, so you're keeping it with a warm southerly wind and keeping liquid precipitation going here. So you head further to the east and you may not be talking about much in the way of winter precipitation until potentially wrapping around on the backside here as we get into Monday into Tuesday. This is where then things quiet down, but we keep it still on the unsettled side. So we look at the potential for reinforcing shots of cooler air and then reinforcing shots of maybe some light accumulating snow or some light snow showers coming in on the backside, keeping the winter vibes going. But it's really this beginning Friday night into Saturday, Sunday, Sunday night, maybe even into Monday morning time frame that is going to be especially volatile across the prairie. So how much snow are we talking? Well, here's a couple maps. We've got the European on the left, GFS on the right, and I'm just giving you the raw model output, but what you see when you look at that is pretty good agreement between the two, showing the swath here where you see the pink shading, good agreement where that falls, southern Alberta into central and southern Saskatchewan, where we see the potential for more than 10 inches of snow across this area, and some areas potentially up to 18 inches of snow. And then we look at the probabilities here. I'm showing you the probability of picking up more than 6 inches of snow through Monday. So this includes our weekend storm. And again, this helps you hone in on the corridor that is most likely to see the significant accumulating snow, and that is southern Alberta getting into southwestern Saskatchewan up to central Saskatchewan, east central Saskatchewan, and then north of Highway 16, north of the Prairie, as we talk about northern Alberta. So Calgary, you're on the edge there, getting down to Medicine Hat, looking more likely that you will be picking up some of that accumulating snow. Over toward Saskatoon, Regina, you still could see certainly some of the accumulating snow here through the weekend. But then as you get over toward Brandon and Winnipeg, looking much less likely, and even far southeastern Saskatchewan, of course, right on the line here between the rain and the snow, which is likely to be very sharp, a very fine line between where we see heavy snow and where we actually see that precipitation transitioning over to maybe a mix of rain, freezing rain, and sleet, and then quickly over to all rain as you get into southern Manitoba. Now here's a look at the temperatures. Again, we get another 24 to 48 hours of warmer conditions across the prairie, but that comes to an end as we get toward the end of the week. Friday into Saturday, cold air starts moving in. And then on the backside of our winter storm, we're likely going to be looking at temperatures anywhere from 10 to 16 degrees cooler than average as we get into the Monday and Tuesday time frame. So here's what that looks like. Calgary, the high of 13 tomorrow, 4 on Friday, back down below 0 as we head into the weekend and next week. Medicine Hat, same thing, 18 degrees for the high over the next couple of days, trailing off as we head into the weekend. You look like you're going to be in ground zero for some of the heavy snow accumulations there in Medicine Hat. Regina, where you see it 19 for the high on Thursday. Enjoy that. The door closes as you head into the weekend. Saskatoon, you'll hit 16 on Thursday, down below 0 into the weekend. And then Winnipeg off to the east. Again, you're in the warm sector as this storm system moves through this weekend. So a high of 13 on Sunday with a strong southerly wind keeping any precipitation in liquid form. Meanwhile, your partners over in Saskatchewan and Alberta are dealing with all sorts of accumulating snow. So You luck out there, but you can't hold it off forever. Temperatures will be flipping below freezing, even in the Winnipeg area, as we get into Monday and Tuesday. So we'll have another chance to talk about all of this, the details surrounding the winter storm, as we get into our Friday morning forecast. But there you have it. Enjoy the next 48 hours of warm and rather peaceful weather across the prairie, because big change is on the way as we head into the weekend.